Hello, it's Icy and I am back again with another Thieves Guild video. If you'd like to see any of the previous videos. Yes, that's right, click the link in the corner. So, this should be my last impressions of the patch notes 2.3.0 for the PDS server for the Thieves Guild. This particular video will talk about changes that will affect PvP, whether they be specific changes or general changes that will have a big impact. So there's lots here, so let's go through it. So the first thing is there will be 2 non-champion point campaigns, Blackwater Blade, which is sensible because that is the non-veteran campaign, and Azura's, the Pact Militia server. And I don't know how I feel about that yet. I have no idea what the guild will plan to do, whether they will stay on Azura and will play without champion points. We do have a lot of up-and-coming players who haven't hit veteran yet, so that may be of benefit to us, or if we'll move off to the other 30-day server and play there. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I have a feeling that they've chosen Azura specifically in order to force people off it and clear up some of the lag type problems. Whether it will work, who knows? It'll be interesting to find out. Forward camps, they're back. I have been playing for, oh my gosh, 2 years now. So I have used forward camps, remembered them, placed them, bought them, and removing them changed the game considerably. So they're coming back in a much more limited form. In fact, in the form that many people requested initially when the first talking of the forward camps were spoiling the PvP experience. So when they come back, they'll be of limited range, and the word is something similar to the size of a keep. Then be costing 20,000 alliance points to buy. That's like significant. So that's certainly, for a player who plays 4 or 5 hours, I'm guessing that's something similar to the alliance points they generate in one day. For me, with my limited playtime, I like to kind of generate maybe about 6k, something like that. So more than I could afford to spend regularly, put it that way. If you can only use it if you die within the radius, which is good because there used to be a problem of blood porting where there'd be a combat 3/4 of the way across the map. You would just die and then respawn the whole way across the map into a forward camp to help with the combat, which, you know, is not logical, I suppose. It spoils the immersion of, like, you know, dying and then coming back to fight again. Anyway, it doesn't say in the patch notes how many people can respawn through it. It used to be 20, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully it'd be more, because 20k AP is a lot of alliance points. It's not locked to your group. Any member of your alliance can use it, and you can't use it again for 2 minutes, which is good as well because people used to run in, die, respawn, run in, die, respawn, like me. There are a lot of siege weapon changes where the different siege weapons will do specific things. For example, one of them will do stamina damage, one will do magicka damage, so reduce your magicka amount by 20%. These sorts of things. That could be really interesting. I'll be interested to see how that goes. Organized guilds might choose to have a range of, you know, specify you'll use the magicka one, you'll use the stamina one, you'll use the fire one, and it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Not that I use it, but I've been affected by it. Spells can only be reflected once now, so that'll be a big change. I think that will actually affect quite a lot of people. Steel Tornado, which I both use and have used upon me regularly, the radius is dropping down to 9 meters. Now, I don't think that this is necessarily going to have a massive change because currently people stay bald really tight anyway. So the 9 meters is probably, you know, they'll have to spread out slightly to get as many people, but I don't think this is going to have a huge impact. And rather than the range increasing with the level, the damage will increase slightly with level instead. Look, I'll be interested. I don't think it's going to have a big impact, but we'll see how it goes. Alliance for skills will require less points to get. So currently you need to have been PvPing for a very long time to get proc step, for example, which is one of the top level assault skills. After this change, a lot more people will have it. I don't know how this will work. Proc step's very powerful. There's nothing really in here that's going to change how proc step works. And some of the other changes to barrier, which we're about to talk about, will make proc step even more effective than it is already. So, you know, I don't know. I really don't know about this. Yeah. Anyway, rapid maneuver. Let's talk about that first. So currently, if you attack an enemy, your rapid maneuver buffs are cancelled. Now what's going to happen is if you cast a friendly spell on an ally, that will also cancel your rapid maneuver buff. So for example, currently we might cast rapid maneuver before charging in over caltrops into a keep. If you cast a spell, like for example, throw out barrier or something, that'll cancel your rapid maneuver at that point. So timing and sequencing of spells will become much more important. So it'll be interesting to see how that works as well. And now we come to the big change, which will certainly affect how many groups play, including Pack Militia. I don't know how yet. Barrier. Barrier has been reduced considerably, and considering this is odd, considering that Proc's debt hasn't, and more people will get Proc's debt. More people will be able to get barrier as well, because that will also be affected. But it's an ultimate, and Proc's debt's just a skill. So barrier now only affects 6 people, and only 6 people in your group. So your group is normally, you know, can be up to 24 people. No idea, for example, if you're running 4 barriers, does that mean everybody's going to get coverage? Is that actually calculated at the server level? Okay, I'm in a group of 24, 6 people already have a barrier, so therefore I'll drop this barrier on a different 6. The idea of reducing these things, changing these things, is to reduce the number of calculations that the server has to perform, but now the server has to actually check. But it would be extremely stupid for barrier to go back onto, you know, half of the original 6 and only cover another additional 3 if you've got enough barriers in your group. The other change is that because certainly replenishing barrier, when the barrier expired, it would return some ultimate to you, which would allow you to charge your barrier back up faster so you can cast it again. Because there are only 6 people barriers expiring now, even though they've increased the amount you get back, it's just not going to charge it up faster. It's actually ultimately going to be slower to recharge your barrier before you can cast it again. So, look, that'll be interesting. All of these changes will very much change the metagame in PvP, which I am for, because keeping things stagnant is boring. Having a new challenge and then working out how to counter it is interesting. So I don't mind that they're changing stuff, but yeah, I do worry that Proc's debt is not being also changed. So anyway, that's my thoughts so far about PvP. Once I can actually get onto PTS and I actually have some time to do it, time being the thing I am most short of, I will try out some things and see how they go, and I will report back. But thank you very much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, please ask them below. If there's anything you want me to look into once I get on to the PTS, please also ask me below. And I will talk to you next time. Thank you. Bye.